Okay, so the British weather. Yes, this cold snap has claimed a lot of match day fixtures in Scotland already, but now the FA Cup's being impacted by the weather. Alfreton Town versus Walsall was called off just 5 minutes before kickoff. Right now, as I'm recording this video, we should be 10 minutes into the game. It should be a full-blooded cup tie on a bit of a dodgy pitch with the non-league side playing the Football League side in cold testing conditions. But the referee, in my opinion, as well, cocked up really, because he should not have cleared it as fit to play 15 minutes prior to the final pitch inspection. That pitch inspection should have taken place earlier because fans were pouring into the stadium, into the ground, as the match was being called off. So the communication between the match day officials and the clubs, and therefore the fans, has been poor. This is not the first time there's been controversy surrounding a playing surface. This happens every winter in every league across Europe. Without fail, it happens. But the fact that only 15 minutes prior to that final pitch inspection, it was deemed fit to play on, and both managers of Alfreton Town and Grimsby were given their pre-match press duties. They were answering questions from the pitch side reporter for the BBC. Alfreton's manager was like, yep, no, that pitch has been deemed fit to play on. That's the message we've been given from the officials. We've prepared the team for a difficult game in trying conditions. But it's our home ground. It's a difficult pitch, but we're gonna test. We're gonna test that inexperienced goalkeeper. We're going to play our game on a rough and ready non-league pitch. Walsall's manager was like, "Yep, no, we've got to be prepared for a very difficult game, very testing conditions, but we've been told pitch is okay to go." Just after the Walsall manager had finished his press duties, referee comes over. The media are then informed out of nowhere, no, the game is not going ahead. Whereas in the previous 15 minutes, they say, yep, the pitch has passed pitch inspection. We're going to play a game on a difficult playing surface. It's going to be a leveler. It's going to be a Blood and Thunder Cup tie. Should not have got to this stage. That match should have been called off first thing this morning because fans from Walsall have travelled to Alfreton to watch the game. Obviously, it's a sellout, so a lot of fans have travelled there. They're filing into the ground as the match has been called off minutes before kickoff. It should not have got to that stage. The Scottish FA have been far more proactive. They've looked at the weather forecast and go, this is just a no-go. Multiple games in the Scottish Premiership and in the Scottish Football League have been called off. Multiple pitch inspections are taking place right now. This match should never have got to this stage. When they're going to rearrange this fixture, and I think there's going to be more fixtures postponed because of the weather. When they're going to rearrange this fixture, no, I don't know how they're going to do it with the festive season coming up, with the fixture congestion we are going to have in the lead up to Christmas and just after Christmas. It's going to be difficult, I think, to rearrange this fixture, which is fair to both sides because they've got league games to play. The weather, I mean, weather's not looking great for the rest of this weekend into next week. Where I live, it could snow or rain overnight. I think it'd be snow turning to rain because it's going to be very, very cold. Outside right now, where I live in the southeast, it's -1 at lunchtime. It's below freezing. So further north, further east, it's even colder. So, but a lot of questions do have to be asked of the officials and why it got to that stage, because the pitch was deemed playable only 15 minutes prior with the previous pitch inspection. So a lot of questions have to be asked of the FA on this one, and we'll have to see if any more FA Cup ties and league games get called off because of the weather. But the non-league's been hammered, the Scottish League's been hammered. Now, note, Blackpool Forest Green Rovers was not called off because of the weather. It was because Forest Green Rovers potentially fielded a player who they shouldn't have in the previous round. They're being investigated. Similar situation to Barnsley. I think Forest Green Rovers' breach may be a little bit more egregious than what Barnsley did to get thrown out the FA Cup. So we'll look at that and see if Forest Green Rovers get thrown out the FA Cup as well, because that will be a big talking point with how their season's going and, well, a lot of people's views of that club. But in this case, I don't know when the FA are going to refixture this. Probably when the replays would take place, I would have thought. But if this goes to a replay, God knows how they're going to sort out the fixturing. We've been here before in previous winters. I remember in 2018, there was a lot of snow for the third and fourth round ties in that period from the Beast from the East. That caused havoc. So we've been here before, where the weather has decimated fixture lists. We'll just have to see when they rearrange this. Probably when the replays take place, would be my guess. But then if this game goes to a replay, that then throws up fixture lists in the air going forward. But there we go. Alfreton Town Walsall's been called off 5 minutes before kickoff. Should not have got to that stage. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will have some more content for you very, very soon.